Hi guys, just gonna brew up a quick batch of cider, and we're gonna do a little experiment, see if we can turn it into pineapple cider. Um, just a little experiment that I want to try, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. It's been a while since I did a video, so back from Italy and ready to start brewing and posting up some videos. I'll be posting some videos on the Italy trip very soon. Okay, so here we go. First thing is I'm going to pour some of this apple juice into into a pan and heat it up so we can add some sugar to it. So we can bring our ABV of our cider up just a little bit. Apple juice in bottles like this are usually around 1.040. That's going to give you about 5% alcohol. So we'll go ahead and heat this up. And then I've got, I'm repurposing a Mr. Beer keg. I got sanitizer in there now. Gonna repurpose that, and we're gonna use this as our fermenting vessel. So we'll go ahead and heat this stuff up. We'll get some sugar ready here. All right, we're gonna add about 2 cups of sugar. We're only gonna do we're gonna do 2 bottles of this, and each bottle's 3 liters. So we're gonna end up with about just a little over 2 gallons. I believe it is. We can calculate it out, but I think it's like 2.3 gallons. Let's get our spoon ready here. Wash it up in the sink over here. Got some sanitizer in the bottle over here. We'll spray it down. Just kind of waiting for this to heat up. Hope everyone's been doing well. I've got, let me take the phone down here. We'll flip it around and we'll show you guys here. Maybe we'll flip it around. I've got the yeast. I'm going to use USO5 yeast. I've got it on a stir plate, hydrating and getting ready to go. So, and I already did one batch of this, and I've got it sitting here, and it's just ready for the yeast. I'm going to split that batch of yeast in two, since we have 2 small batches here. So I'll split that yeast into them when we get this one done. This first one, I used apple cider, and then this next one I'm using apple juice. A little bit of a difference, not much. So that's kind of what we're using today. So put this back up here, and we'll flip you back around, and here we are. I can show you some of the things that I've got going on. While we're waiting for that to heat up, we'll just take you on a little trip. So here we are on my aging spot that's under the stairs in the house. Works out perfect. It's nice and dark and stays a good temperature. So this first one here, this one's a choke cherry. And then we got an apricot here that's just about ready to bottle. It's getting pretty clear. Then I've got an apple wine that I'm making there. And there is a huckleberry. It's coming along nicely. And then I've got a few Concord grape ones in here. Got a bunch of Concord grapes from someone last fall. Let's see what we got back here in the corner, hiding out. That's another choke cherry back there. And this little one is just some of the apricot one I transferred over. And didn't have quite 5 gallons, so I put it in this 3-gallon carboy and a 1-gallon carboy. So I didn't have to add anything to it. I wanted to keep it as natural as I could. And this one is just out of some like fox grapes that somebody gave me. So I'm trying to batch out of that. It's still pretty hazy. Might need to add some clearing agents to that one to get it to clear out. We'll see how it goes. Then I've got some beer carbon up that I made. I've got a couple beers on tap. We'll see how that goes. See how we're coming on our heat over here? Yeah, we're just about there, so I'll bring you right over here. We'll adjust it down here so you can see what I'm doing. Maybe. Anyway, I've got a pan here. I'm going to add the 2 cups of sugar to it now. We want to add it and get it melted in there, not heat it up too fast. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Stir it up real nice. Get that sugar all dissolved in there. Okay. Then we got our fermentation vessel here. We'll make sure we get the sanitizer all run through it. And I'll go ahead and empty that out. So run through the valve here just to sanitize it. I got a bucket over here I'm going to empty it into. Okay. Moving some stuff around here, guys. So I can get you set up where I need you to be. Let's flip this camera around here so we can see what's going on here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see that all right. There's still some foam in there from the sanitizer. It's okay, it'll dissipate. So we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of our apple juice in here. Just because we don't want to add that hot apple juice in there. So we'll put this in there. And we'll add the other jug. Okay. We're gonna let that cider cool off just a little bit. Go ahead and raise you back up here so you can see what's going on. Okay. So this is kind of my first live video, so I hope it turns out okay for you guys. I see a few of you are watching. I dropped my spoon on the floor, so I gotta wash it. I do stupid stuff like that all the time. We'll throw it in our bucket of sanitizer. Most of the time I edit that stuff out so you guys don't get to see it. So just waiting for this juice to cool down just a little bit before we put it in there. It's pretty warm, so we'll shoot a temperature on it. Yeah, it's 150 degrees, so I should have poured some of the apple juice in there, but I didn't. So we will do that, and then we'll get our yeast ready, and that'll pretty much be about it for today. We're going to go ahead and pour this in there. Should cool off with the rest of the juice in there. Okay. We'll stir it up and then we'll take a reading on it. Okay. Make sure we get it stirred up good here. Got a lot of empty carboys over there. We need to do a lot of more brewing, I think. Plan on brewing a beer next weekend. I'm going to film that. Probably won't go live with that one. So let's take a reading here. We're at about 1.068. So that's going to be about 8.5% probably, right in there. That's probably pretty good. Maybe a little higher than I wanted, but we'll just leave it at that. See what we got here. Actually, I think I'm going to add another jug of juice to it. We got plenty of room in here, so we'll just add another. We're going to add another one. Pour that in there, and then we'll retake our reading. Might bring it down just a little bit. Okay. All right, let's retake that reading. I gotta rinse that off. Okay. Yeah, we're at 1060 now. That's about where I want it. So, good to go there. So now the only thing left to do is pitch the yeast. So we've got the yeast ready here, and we're going to go ahead and dump that down in there. I'll show you guys here. Got the yeast. I'm going to put half of it in here. And the other half in this one over here. Remember, this one's cider, and that one's that one over there is juice. So that's pretty much it for the project today. We'll mix those up a little bit, let that yeast do its work, and I'll come back in a couple days and show you what's going on. Cheers, guys, and remember, there's always time for a glass of wine. Cheers.